Download Attitude and Daily Motivation today to take charge of your life. Why don't most people pursue their aspirations or perform greater than they're capable of? I believe that many of us do not take the following step and I believe that the reason we don't even consider what to do is that we subconsciously don't believe it is possible for us or that we deserve it. So here's my suggestion. How much time do you spend working on yourself? How much time have you spent each day working on your dream during the last 90 days? How many novels have you read within the last year? What new skills or knowledge have you learned? What kind of investment did you make in yourself? See, I'm saying that once you start thinking about where you want to go, if you want to make it today, because things change so quickly, you have to actually run to stand still. I'm saying you have to make a conscious effort to begin working and developing yourself. Here is something else. Most people do not pursue their aspirations due to fear. Ladies and gentlemen, most people are held back by fear, restricted vision, and the lack of self-esteem. People stay in abusive, miserable, or unfulfilling relationships because they cannot envision themselves beyond them. They cannot imagine themselves enjoying life without that individual. They believe that they're allowed by law to do so. It's the same reason why people become trapped at a specific stage in life. They cannot see things becoming better for them, and they believe that this is all they deserve. This law they've ever seen has been passed down to them, and they believe it's the end of it. Fear destroys dreams. Fear kills hope. And I have a question. What is the benefit? What is the value of letting fear hold you back? What is the benefit of giving up on oneself? Of not stepping out and facing life head on? What is the benefit to you? What's the advantage in that? What would you like me to tell you? That it will be a picnic? No, it is not. It's going to kick your butt. Yes, it is. Are you going to wish to die? Yes, yes. That's part of it. But it's simply what you have to go through to reach where you want to go. And guess what? You're strong enough to do it. You are strong enough. And your life is worth doing whatever it takes to overcome this addiction, whatever you need to do. In this dream, you can do whatever you desire. Will it be simple to run off and do it? No. Will it occur overnight? No. Will there be a struggle? Yes. Will there be instances when you cannot make ends meet? Yes. That is part of it. Will there be instances when you won't know what to do? Yes. That is part of it. So as you look at your life and the future, ask yourself, what fears do I hold on to? What concerns am I allowing to hold me back? Need that prevents me from breaking out, from reaching my full potential, from truly being happy, and from experiencing a feeling of adventure and excitement in my life. What's blocking me from taking control of my destiny? Your life is going well, no matter what you've done thus far. Whatever you've created originated from the person you've become as a result of your decisions. It is the outcome of your consciousness. Now, you must ask yourself if you are content with what you have made. Is this what you want? Would you like it to be better than this? Do you think you deserve better than this? Are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything extra if you're content with your life. Are you letting yourself off the hook like that? Or do you have a feeling in the back of your head or in your heart that you are meant to do something else? Life has something more in store for you, which is why you've come here. How can we deal with this fear factor? How can we improve our self-esteem? You must begin to fortify yourself. How do we do this? I feel you need to start intentionally monitoring your inner speech and cease talking to yourself. Stop building up. Sometimes the only positive things you'll hear about yourself are things you say to yourself. So I'm saying, learn to be your own booster. Stop setting yourself up. Begin encouraging yourself. Start stating, I can do this. I can make this happen. Go on with an attitude of understanding that there is a way for you to begin to deal with this. There is a way out somewhere, a solution. What you're looking for is the ability to deal with whatever comes your way, to confront it, and to feel powerful rather than impotent. Dreams and your gifts have so much meaning and value for you that your desire for them will drive you beyond the field. Your desire for them will provide you with a unique motivation. As you work on yourself, you begin to recognize your true identity, your true power, and your true capacity to effect change. The miracle occurs. You have the working power within yourself to do what you want. When I first considered becoming a speaker, I said, yes, I can do it. I can make it happen. When I start attempting to convince myself I can be a businessman after flopping and failing, losing thousands of dollars, feeling stupid and dumb, and having others take advantage of me because I didn't know what I was doing, I had to talk to myself because people were calling me dumb. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I was responding, you are correct. Check out what I've done. I had to say, no. Unless, hello, hey, come on, guy. Get yourself together. You can manage it. You simply haven't figured it out yet. It is all right. This is your training phase. This is the tuition you must pay for something you do not know you can do, but others have done. Attend seminars, workshops, and study books on how to run your business. Shift your perspective on yourself and start paying attention to the personal aspects. Understand that no one can take better care of your business than you. See, we have all received some gifts. I don't believe it's optional for us to sit on what we have. Check to see if you're sitting on what you've been given. I believe everybody has been given something to demonstrate to the world that only you can do it, perform it, and commence that activity. And if you don't do that, if your life isn't filled with your life, work, or mission, you'll have gaps. And when we are not living our genuine identity, we begin to fill in the gaps. We fill the voids with trash, drink, drugs, anxiety, and self-destruction, behavior. So when you look at your life and realize that you aren't achieving everything you can because you've let your anxieties to hold you back. Now, when you don't have a true respect and acceptance for who you are, and you allow yourself to be immobilized by fear, what follows is that you begin to abuse yourself, sabotage your life, and undermine your goals. You unknowingly begin to work against yourself, becoming your own worst adversary. So, what should you do about it? There are a few folks who have resolved that they will make it. Some people aren't waiting to get cut. Some people go on their own because they believe in themselves. I have what it takes to make it. They are not afraid of tomorrow because of how they see themselves, what they believe they deserve, and what they believe they can achieve for themselves. Because these people have chosen that there is a path where there is a will, both in the future and in themselves. There is a method for me to start making something out of nothing. And when you have that level of consciousness, when you possess that type of spirit, nothing, when you want to achieve something in life, you must be willing to take action. Do not wait for everything to be perfect. Do not wait for everything to be perfect. Do not wait for the right situation. It'll never be ideal. There'll always be a reason. So as soon as the kids grow up and I pay my bills, well, as soon as I get my divorce and enough money together, do what you can with what you have and never be satisfied. Many people don't take chances in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the circumstances to be ideal. That's not walking by faith. That is walking by sight. My birthplace is Liberty City, a low-income neighborhood in Miami, Florida. I was born in an abandoned building on a floor with a twin brother, and we were adopted at the age of 6 weeks. When I was in 5th grade, I was identified as EMA, designated educatable, mentally retarded, and moved from 5th to 4th grade, where I plummeted again in 8th grade. I do not have a college education, but because of my mother, I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, "All I am and aim to be." I owe my mother. I once saw a sign that claimed God had taken me from my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adoptive mother. So my first major ambition was to buy a home for my mother and care for her. And I did exactly that, caring for her until she died at the age of 88. But I'll never forget meeting Mr. Washington. I was in a class waiting to speak with another student when he came in and said, "Young man, go to the board and work this problem out for us." I said, "Oh, Sarah, I can't do that." He asked, "Why?" I answered, "I am not one of your students." He said, "Look at me." I said, "Yes, sir." "Go to the board and sort it out anyway." I said, "Sir, I can't do what you're asking of me." He asked, "Why, sir?" "Because I'm educatable, mentally retarded, sir." As the students burst out laughing, he emerged from behind his desk. He stared at me and said, "Don't say that ever again. Someone's view of you does not have to become your reality." And it was a watershed moment in my life. On the one hand, I felt humiliated. But on the other, I was emancipated because he looked at me with Gita's eyes, which screamed, "Look at a man for who he really is." He only gets worse. However, when you look at him as if he were what he could be, he transforms into what he should be. I've discovered that most individuals fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. Most individuals fail in life because they aim too low and hit, while others do not aim at all. So set a higher standard for yourself and don't ask how you do it or how you plan to achieve it. I will never forget when I decided I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I saw the late Dr. Norman Vincent Peale and my heart said, "I can do this." But my intellect inquired how. And for the past 14 years, I've gone to see Zig Ziglar, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Jim Rohn and other speakers, and I'd be in the audience and my heart would be counting. Hey, you can do it. You can complete that lesson. Then, as I was leaving, I was walking to the parking lot, and my thoughts said, "How are you going to do this?" And I spent so many years trying to figure out how. I had wasted 14 years. How many of you have procrastinated? Raise your hands, please. Yes, I see. So once you start thinking about your goals, the most crucial thing is to write them down. Be committed. See, once you commit to anything, the how and the manner will follow. Up, you'll figure it out. Yet if you're traveling in the wrong direction, simply turn around and go in the opposite direction. You will figure things out. You want to begin by simply challenging yourself. You want to push yourself since you don't know what you're capable of when it comes to achieving your goals. And I really want to challenge you to decide that you're going to make that happen for yourself. And I hope that it's a goal that really speaks to who you are. How is your reputation? What's the big deal in your industry when you walk into a room and then leave? Do people say, hey, that's the go-to person? That is a person. If you ask someone to do that task, you are referring to the job being completed, which will be done really well. Are you known as the person who stands out for what you do, for the level of service you provide, for your high standards, and for constantly striving to do your best? Are you one of those people who believe that if something isn't broken, don't fix it? The Japanese believe it isn't perfect, continue working on it. Are you willing to continue working on it? Are you willing? Are you willing to admit that you haven't done your best yet and that you can improve? You have to accept responsibility for that. Now let's advance to the next level. It is not only possible for you to fulfill your goal, but it is also vital that you form a team and surround yourself with individuals from whom you can learn and grow. You must work on yourself, monitor yourself, and train yourself. That you must begin to accept full responsibility for the outcomes you wish to achieve in your life. However, we must admit that it is difficult when combined with strength and conviction. Ladies and gentlemen, living a dream and altering your life is difficult. It's difficult to lose all of your money, especially when you've given it your all. When a doctor looked at me and spoke those 3 dreadful words, no one wanted to hear them. Have cancer. It was difficult to activate my mind and spirit, to listen to recordings and music, study scripture, be around other people, and seek out other prostate cancer survivors in order to think that I could do it. It was hard. Never forget what my son said. Dad, are you going to die? Why are you asking me this? Amen. You aren't getting out much. You're not the effervescent personality I remember you to be. You're not saying much. You spend a lot of time in the room by yourself. Dad, are you surrendering? Are you giving up? Will you allow the doctor's opinion become your reality? Well, my father saw me graduate. Yes. Yes, son. Yes. Yes, I will fight. No, I do not think it is my time yet. I'm going to see you graduate, but more importantly, I have some other plans for my life which I appreciate you inquiring about, but I must tell you that I am terrified, I am afraid, and I have never been in this situation before. It's been easy for me to talk to and inspire those who have had difficulties in their life, but it's me, and I don't feel less than a guy and admitting this to you. Yes, I'm terrified and I need your support. Repeat after me. Please ask for assistance, not because you are weak, but because you want to maintain your strength. Also, ask for aid. And don't stop until you get it. Yes, see, life is difficult, and there will be times when you require assistance. You are going to need someone to talk to you. You will need someone to say anything to you. I have a friend named Willie Jolly, who is a motivational speaker, stated, a setback is the setup for a comeback. I needed to listen to Willie's tapes. Another acquaintance of mine, Kevin Braces, is a speaker. He said, Les, come on, man, you can do it. You are capable of accomplishing this goal. You can hit a home run. It is a done deal. You are Les Brown. That cancer has got to leave your body. I said, talk to me, Kevin. Talk to me. That is what I need to hear. I needed to hear those words. I do not care who you are. Many people refuse to seek for aid out of pride. Pride precedes fall due of ego. Ego means pushing God aside. No, ask for aid, not because you're weak, but because you want to be powerful. Keep asking until you get it. I'm here because many individuals assisted me. I'm here because many people believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. The other thing is, let's agree that it's worthwhile. Yeah. See, I think, and I write it down, you need to discover 5 reasons why it's worthwhile for you. 5 reasons. What will make it worthwhile for you? Mine was, I want to care for my mother. My answer was, I want to do something with my life. What will make it worthwhile for you? My name is I. Wanting to leave a legacy meant believing that I could do what I'm doing now. Given the conditions, no one could have convinced me. I made millions of dollars each year. If all of my parents had shown up here right now, no one would have been able to convince me. I wouldn't know either one. No one could have persuaded me to be deemed educatable or mentally retarded. Born in an abandoned building in Florida's Liberty City, a low-income neighborhood in Miami, Florida, where I failed 2 classes, never had any college training, worked for a huge corporation. I didn't realize I could do what I'm doing now. I'll never forget my mentor, Mike Williams. I believe that many people fail in life because they lack mentoring and coaching. When you learn to understand and admit your fear, yet nevertheless go forth, you do so in the spirit and knowing that there is a way to start dealing with this. There is a way out somewhere, a solution. What you're looking for is the ability to deal with whatever comes your way, to confront it, and to feel powerful rather than impotent.